I wanted to start this video off by saying thank you. Through all your support, subscriptions, and feedback, I've been able to build a channel notable enough that I could become friends with people I was fans of years ago. I've been on a variety of podcasts and other collaborations, meeting incredible people, and so I decided, before the year ended, to do something special. This video is the biggest collaboration in the Survivor community, featuring creators from Survivor, Big Brother, Hell's Kitchen, Total Drama, Roblox, The Amazing Race, The Challenge, and much more. I asked 19 other creators to pick one person they think would fit the prestige of a dream cast of all runners-up, and without further ado, let's see what they came up with.
My pick is Hannah Shapiro. Sure, her early game included a panic attack during a challenge she wasn't even playing, but she was able to position herself perfectly for the end game, having all the information and making sure tribals went her way. I'm still annoyed she received 0 votes from the jury, and I'd love to see her come back and play with possibly a little less anxiety and more confidence. Thanks for having me, Bandit.
Hey Internet, it's Peridiam, and okay, if I get to pick just one person to be on Survivor Second Chance 2, yeah, I'm gonna pick Domenick Abbate, the runner-up of Ghost Island, who was in the tie final vote, got 5 votes to win, which is more votes than many winners have received to win Survivor, but he still lost. He's kind of like, to me, the Kelly Wigglesworth of the modern era of the more recent seasons, where he fits the theme of Second Chance 2 better than almost anybody in the history of the show. So, yeah. Put him back on the show, Probst.
Okay, so hey, you're probably wondering why Alyssa from the Survivor Scholars sounds like a man and is now Northern Irish. Basically, she sent me her pick in text form. Yeah, I couldn't find an audio version. Now, this is the only case of this happening, and don't worry, Survivor Scholar fans, Rachel will feature later in this video, but I'll be stepping in for Alyssa's pick in Amanda Kimmel. And to be honest, I can see why. Amanda is a triple threat 2-time runner-up, with one of the best average placements of a 3-time player.
While a runner-up season would be a dream for Survivor fans, given all the narratives, the only worry I have is that it would turn into another Cambodia and be a little too game body. So with that said, I believe Dean Kowalski would be a good, and most importantly, a fun outlier from all the other strategic and dominant runner-ups. Dean would be playing with absolute house money if he got another chance after being on the controversial season of IOI, and sometimes the most surprising picks and returning player seasons turn out to do the best. And while he played a messy game his first time around, he was pretty innovative and of course comedy gold. So in a hard playing season, I believe Dean brings the best of both worlds, as he'll be a better overall player this time around, while at the same time still being DK chilling.
What's up, Bandit? I think I'm gonna have to go with Tasha Fox. She was a smart, strategic player, but her social game left something to be desired. She was a loyal player to a fault. In both of her previous seasons, it was loyalty that really did her in. Be it the lack of with Chaos Cass, flipping on her and Spencer, or her loyalty to Jeremy, who was clearly the person to beat. I want to see how she does coming back. Will she continue to play that loyal game once again, or does she try something new to get over that hump and win over the jury?
What's up? Hey, hello everyone. This is Rachel from Survivor Scholars. I picked Stephen Fishbach because he played a strong strategic game in Tocantins. As his fixation with targeting the Golden Boy in Cambodia, he lost to JT after a poor final tribal performance and due to JT's likability. He's the first and only runner-up to receive 0 votes in a final 2, and I'm a big fan of him on Rob Has a Podcast and would love to meet him in real life.
What's up? I'm Tim and I'm him. Thanks for including me in this project, Bandit. I appreciate it. Y'all go subscribe to this man if you haven't already. Like, why are you watching this video if you're not subscribed to him? With that being said, my runner-up pick for this cast is Aubry Bracco from Season 32 of Survivor Hwang. She also played on Season 34 Game Changers and Season 38 Edge of Extinction. Aubry is a force to be reckoned with in this game, with 2 impressive performances under her belt in my opinion, being her first 2 seasons. I think that she's more than proven that she's one of the best players to never win this game. When she's given the correct information, she's able to fully utilize it to its maximum potential in my opinion. And in my opinion, I would have voted her if I was on the jury of Hwang. No disrespect to Michelle, of course, because I also think she's pretty underrated, but I definitely would have voted Aubry in that case. People still heavily debate to this day whether Aubry deserved to win Hwang against Michelle Fitzgerald, and I think that's just an overall testament to how good she is as a player. Aubry is her, H-E-R. Yeah, I spelled that right. Okay, cool.
This is Once Upon an Island, and the runner-up I want to propose for this list is Coach. Yeah, sometimes it's hard to remember that Coach, the Dragon Slayer, the one who literally slayed the dragon on Survivor Tocantins and then came back on Heroes vs. Villains and cried because people didn't quite like him like he wanted, was the runner-up on Survivor South Pacific where he ran a cult. While I don't think he'd be able to run a cult in today's game, it would be fun to see a more mature, older, wiser maybe, Dragon Slayer bring back Coach.
This is David representing the Survivor Now Dynasty, and my choice will be Twila Tanner of Survivor Vanuatu fame, and almost Survivor Micronesia if things had worked out the way they probably should have. And if you've seen Survivor Vanuatu, then I don't really even need to explain my choice to you. But if you haven't, Twila Tanner is an essential old school character of Survivor. Huge personality, makes bold choices, wears her heart on her sleeve, and would be a fantastic person to see again. Probably a little late now, and a probably far-fetched choice, but I love her nevertheless.
First of all, being here, being on this channel, having this opportunity is really cool in itself, so thank you for that. But onto my pick, I don't even know why this guy is allowed to be picked, because he won the season, right? We can all agree Mike White won David vs. Goliath. I don't think there's any other person that could have won that one. But seriously, I think Mike White is perfect television. He gives amazing confessionals, he has some really great gameplay in him. And you give him a second chance, whether he's first boot or the winner of the show, he's going to deliver. And when we're making a Dreamcast, I think Mike White is one of my top picks out of anybody.
My pick for a dream runner-up cast would have to be Courtney Yates, because honestly she makes any Survivor season better. She is queen of the confessionals. She is so funny, and she's adapted to the game from China and then into Heroes vs. Villains after coming in as a recruit. I'd love to see her a third time around because I think she could do some pretty serious damage, and I know she would be incredibly entertaining while she does it, so I would pick Courtney.
What's going on? It's Ethanimil here. If there's one underrated character archetype that I love, it's a good old-fashioned Charlie Brown, which is why I'm going with Owen Knight from Survivor 43. Owen started off the game on the wrong foot and never really found his footing, yet somehow he was able to dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge his way all the way to Final Tribal Council. He wasn't afraid to let his emotions show, and I appreciated his realness when it came to confronting players he felt duped by. If Owen can hit the ground running and find some allies right from the start, he could easily make a deep run at things, and he is someone that I would genuinely like to see play again.
Thank you so much for including me, Bandit. For my pick, I've chosen to go new school, with none other than the electric and eccentric Carolyn Wiger. Carolyn is a true gem of a contestant, a diamond in the rough. She opened up her season with a bang, and her hilarious yet authentic confessionals made her shine throughout the season. But underneath her eccentric persona, a stealthy game player was lurking. She was able to both secretly find an idol and successfully craft a fake one as well. Although she was the underdog in the finale, her charm, wit, and authenticity was one of a kind. I think Carolyn would bring a lot of flavor to this runner-up season.
For this next one, we're diving deep into the covert world of espionage, infiltrating the enigmatic Stealth Alliance. Enter Phillip Sheppard, also known as the Specialist. In my humble opinion, this season desperately craves the electrifying presence of Phillip. He's graced Survivor's stage twice, and his journey has been nothing short of extraordinary. What sets Phillip apart is not just his masterful gameplay, but also his magnetic personality. His confessionals are a goldmine of entertainment, adding an element of unpredictability to the show.
If you are a fan of Survivor, then you know exactly who my pick is. None other than Angelina from Season 37, David vs. Goliath. To start off, Angelina had one of the most underrated rivalries with Allison, and even made a fake idol just to spite her. She was such a non-serious villain, and with her amazing negotiation skills, she got all the way to the Final Tribal Council. She is TV gold and is the queen of jackets, fake idols, rights negotiations, and most importantly, ladders. I would pay so much money just to see her back on another season of Survivor.
What's going on, the Survivor Bandit community? Not gonna lie, I'm offended, I'm emotional, and I feel betrayed that I was basically thrown to the wolves and given the 16th pick in this dream cast of Survivor runner-ups. But with that said, I was mind blown. Like, Bandit, please throw in an explosion here. I was surprised that my selection made it this deep into the draft with the Survivor legend, 4-time player Ozzy. In my opinion, Ozzy is easily the best Survivor player to never win the game, and at the same time came so close in Survivor Cook Islands. To this day, I think Ozzy was robbed, and the jury definitely got it wrong, as Ozzy should have beaten Yule at the final tribal council. Comment down below some Ozzy W's if you agree, and come over to Russell Muscle TV for daily Survivor content once a week.
Sabrina from Survivor One World should get a chance at an all-star season because although she decided to give that idol that she found to Colton and nothing ever came of it, Colton was a great choice because he ended up running both the men and women's tribe before he left. That showed that she has the ability to play a very strategic game and see potential alliances before anybody else did. I also would love to see her back up her final tribal claim that she was purposely losing the challenges, because she's basically saying she let people win, and I would love to see her back that up. That's a bold statement.
For my pick, I decided to go with Dreamz Herd from Survivor Fiji. I think Dreamz is a very fascinating character, and seeing him play across the season is interesting. He's one of the more active players in the season, but someone that people just didn't really respect that much, and despite him making moves such as flipping on the 4 horsemen at the merge, and then later backstabbing Yowman by going back on the car deal, they weren't things that were respected, but I still find him a very entertaining character and someone that I want to see play again.
Hi everyone, I'm Matt.
And I'm Joe.
And we're the presenters of the Sit-Out Bench.
The player we've decided to cast on this runner-up season is Chrissy Hofbeck from Survivor 35. Heroes versus Healers versus Hustlers.
Chrissy is a huge personality. She doesn't shy away from drama and gives absolutely wicked confessionals.
She's not afraid to break stereotypes of older female players and plays the game hard. One of her best moves was keeping her super idol from day one to try and create a fake idol and deter Ben from going idol hunting.
Chrissy holds the joint record for most individual immunity wins by a woman with 4, and casting her would help break the trend of women being voted out pre-merge.
She also has a great second chance storyline, with many fans considering her to have been screwed over by the introduction of the Final 4 fire-making twist.
Chrissy definitely deserves a spot on this all-runner-up season. Thanks, Bandit, for having us on.
But now for my pick. Finally. Yes. Or should I say, Wu. For me, Wu is the perfect final pick for this cast, encapsulating what I want from a runner-up. He's funny, a bit more lighthearted in a game-centric era, and lost to the best player in Survivor history. If that's not a perfect story to propel him into a season where he will achieve his 3rd shot, then I don't know what is. But thank you for watching this video. The really great thing about these videos is that we get people ranging from tens of thousands of subscribers to people with hundreds, so if you enjoyed a particular YouTuber's commentary, then check them out. If you want to see more of me, I made a video talking about the most dominant winners in Survivor, and, as always, peace!